Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to attempt to be sewing from scratch again, but it involves kind of drafting a pattern. Today I'm going to be using the letter low system. I bought this using a coupon code from with Wendy. I saw that she used this, and this is going to be the greatest thing I think I've ever bought until I get a dress form. Then that will be the greatest thing I've ever bought. But yeah, so today we're going to be making this top right here out of the red fabric that I thrifted in one of my multiple hauls that I've filmed in the past like 2 weeks. So first I need to take some time and figure out how this works from making it into this very small image right here into a bodice of my size. So I'm gonna look into that first, and then I'm going to be back when I know how to do that. So then that way I don't make a fool of myself, because I love to do that. Shall we? Let's get into it. After about 25 minutes and finally looking into the tutorial on YouTube, I finally figured out how the hell to use this thing. Basically, this is a sewing system in which it requires the use of only 2 body measurements, which is your bust and your hips, and it scales off of that tiny image on the paper into a larger pattern after you draft it, which is what I am doing now. Basically, you draw out some dots regarding the measurements it tells you on the paper, and then you connect the lines after that, period. Honestly, if you didn't want to do a pattern draft, you could just trace a t-shirt that is a little larger on you, because I did add in princess seams, which I think was technically on the pattern as lines, but I didn't draw them in because I love to not follow instructions. Once I connected all of my lines, it was time to get going onto the fabric, which in my opinion is always the scary part, because this is always a part where you can mess up, and thankfully I did not. Now, after I wrestled with my fabric a little bit because it just kept sliding and didn't want to stay down, which I could have definitely pinned it to itself so it would avoid that, but I didn't think about that until just now. I pinned the paper to the fabric, and then I almost completely forgot that I am the proud owner of a fabric pizza cutter. So instead, I went to go get my scissors and then remembered, oh yeah, I have that. Let me use that. That's smart. It's a big brain move. So after I pizza cut the first part, it was time to fold over the fabric again and pizza cut part number 2, which is the back. And once I quickly pinned everything down, cut it out, I took everything to my sewing machine and sewed up my side seams, which you will see I am doing here. And obviously taking my time and making sure that they're lined up and I am not messing anything up. Once I got away with stitching, came the fun task of trying it on to my body, because I don't have a dress form, and then attempting to pin my princess seams without stabbing myself in the boob, which is always a wonderful time. And also, trying to do this without flashing the camera is a great passage of time as well, if you were ever curious to try it. I couldn't even film this because I didn't realize I wasn't even in frame until halfway through filming. So then I just pinned it all and then came back to show you, which you will see now. This is what I decided to start with, and I sewed down 2 of my princess seams. I did honestly have to seam rip and then resew 1 full seam, which was kind of annoying, but it was worth it because the end product ended up being well worth it. Here I am trying it on, but I didn't realize until after I filmed this that I tried it on upside down, so that's actually the bottom at the top and the top at the bottom, but it's okay because I didn't realize until after, and then I ended up fixing it anyways. I honestly felt a little dumb because I didn't realize until after, but it's okay. Next, I finally fixed my serger. For the longest, the tension just was not right, so it would not keep chaining, or it wouldn't chain at all whatsoever, which was really annoying. But I'm really happy it finally works, because I can finally have those clean and beautiful seam lines, which I really think is what made this project look way better than I anticipated it to look, to be quite honest with you. My princess seams were really clean on the front, and you will see that in the end product shot. And also, I just think like the feel of the material, it was very necessary to serge everything just because everything kept shedding, and it wasn't that comfortable or cute. Like, I would just have like tiny red hairs all over me, and it just is not the mood. Okay, it's not the mood. This is not a necessary step, but if you do at least have a machine that does a zigzag stitch, do that at least on your edges, so then that way they're overlocked and whatnot. And here I am trying the shirt on properly. As you can see, my princess seams line up perfect. Everything fits beautifully. Here I'm trying to decide the length of the shirt that I want. And then I also was really like, all right, I need to figure out my hems and also my sleeves. At this point in the project, I could really see my vision coming to life, and I was honestly really happy with what I was seeing. But before I cut my sleeves, I did decide to hem everything first, just so everything would be nice and clean, so I could see how the sleeves will sit when I sew them on, because they're going to be sewn on the inside, obviously. For the hem, I decided to do a double rolled hem. It was a little difficult with the fabric just because it was like a weird thickness and whatnot, but after I got it rolled right and started going with one line around the farthest edge from the top, I ended up doing a second line around the center just to keep it nice and flat and not bulging, and also I thought it would make it look cleaner and more professional, which ultimately it did. As you can see here, I'm just showing the insides, and I'm clearly very excited with how it is looking and coming out, because I did a little happy dance. Here I'm doing the sleeves, and this was a mistake. I started to top stitch down this sleeve and then forgot that since this fabric is stretchy, it was not going to cooperate, so I seam ripped that out, and then my solution was to put that seam in the center middle of the part that would be facing the inside. And then here I am just pinning my sleeves on with a little bit of like a slight pleating action going on. I did this to attach both the front and back part of the strap to the top, as you can see while I am sewing it here. I decided to pleat the straps a little bit because I did want them to have a different sort of shape to them, kind of skinnier in the front and then going out as they get to the top of my shoulders, which you will see at the very end is obviously what I had attained, which I'm very, very ecstatic about. Hopefully I attached the sleeves down tight enough. I am probably going to go over them with a few extra stitches just to be safe, because it is a very stretchy fabric. And when I was done with that, this is the final look. As you can see, the lighting in my room sucks, so let's take it outside, why don't we? This red velvet is going to be absolutely perfect for Christmas. I cannot wait. I'm really excited to wear it. I think it's really cute, and I think I did a really good job overall, and it really has encouraged me to do more thrift flips in the future. Alright you guys, and this is the finished product. So as you can see, it kind of took me all day today, but that's totally fine because I really like how this came out. Fits me great. It fits like a freaking glove. I can slide in and out of it easily without a zipper or elastic band of some sort. That is always wonderful. And I really like how I did the sleeves. I think they're a little different than the picture. But I'm ready for all the Christmas gatherings, as you can tell. Pearly, what's wrong? You want to come up here? Oh, there's a big ass spider. Oh, come here, big baby. I got you, big baby. Okay. So thank you guys so much for watching me and checking me out. And I guess I'll see you guys next week with another video. Peace. She was neglected before she had us, so she's a big baby. But she's our big baby. Right, Pearly? Even though I'm so allergic to you, it'll be worth it for the hives and snoozing that won't stop later. Oh yeah, good girl. Alright, bye.